What's up, everybody? This is Patrick with the iNoob and I'm coming here to you today to play a very special game. It's called Crusader Kings 2. It is a medieval politics and grand strategy simulator game. It's one of my favorites. It's a little different from the usual RPG fare that I traditionally am going to be playing on this channel. However, I think we're going to be able to introduce a little some RPG elements into this as well. I think as you might notice, the title of this game is going to be called, or this playthrough is going to be called Reykjavik Raiders. Now, what we are going to be doing, as you can see, I've started us in the earliest start time possible. And here's our wonderful little map that we're going to be playing with. We're not going to be worrying about most of that. No, what we're going to be worrying about is right up here. We're going to start playing as Reykjavik, and we're going to create a character, and that character is going to be immortal. Now, for those of you who haven't played this game before, you should know that immortality does not mean invincibility. You are fully capable of dying in this game, even though you're immortal. You can still get stabbed in the back, you can still get poisoned, but it does mean that you're going to be, you're not going to be able to age, and you're not going to be able to die from diseases. However, it also means that you're not going to be able to get more land via like marriages and handing off land to your kids and stuff, because you'll obviously never die. So it's gonna make this game a little different. Basically, I want this to be sort of a I want to kind of show what this game can do, because I mean this is my first time playing it for you guys, and I know there are a lot of you that I recommend this game out to. You always come back to me and you say, you know, this game is just so dense, it's hard to play, and I absolutely agree with you. It took me like, I want to say it took me like an entire month to learn how to play this game back when it came out in 2012. It's had a lot of DLC, a lot of changes since then. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of take it. I'm doing something that's got a very slow start, so you can kind of see the basics of this game before we start playing something, you know, like crazy. So yeah, here's the main screen. You've got all your different kinds of map views up here. We're not going to worry about that too much. There's nothing on here that you're not going to be able to see in-game. And over here you've got all the bookmark dates and interesting characters like King Carl of West Francia, who's right here, who also just happens to be Charlemagne. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and play as Vestisland. And what I want to do with this is I want to have an immortal character, main character, who is going to be raiding throughout history, and hopefully we'll be able to reform the Norse religion and, you know, do all kinds of Viking stuff way later than they should be doing it. So yeah, that'll be fun. And if possible, I don't want to expand past like Iceland and maybe a couple of the Faroe Islands and maybe Shetland. Probably not going to go into here because Scotland's going to touch it. But yeah, we're gonna as far as we're gonna go here, and we are just gonna spend the game being a raider and just destroying things and making people's lives miserable. That'll be fun. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna start by creating our character. Going to the ruler designer, you can see here the difficulty is really high, which I think this difficulty on this game does not take into account the fact of safe starting positions, because this is a very safe starting position. Yes, we are starting with two of the worst provinces in the game. I think the only ones that are worse are some of the ones that are up here and kind of over here, but nobody's going to be coming after us. Another problem that we're going to have, and the reason that we're going to be starting out slow in this game, is because we don't really have a choice. These provinces up here start with 0 technology, which means that we're not going to be able to raid at first. And also, because we're going to be starting out with the Norse religion, we're going to end up taking a big prestige hit, which I'll explain in-game, because we can't go out and raid because we don't have any ships. But yeah, let's just go ahead and start with creating our ruler. I don't want to spend too much time making this guy. I mean, he looks handsome enough, kind of as is. I mean, you know, for somebody that we're going to be staring at the whole time. Yeah, I mean, that looks fine. I just give him a big red beard and some hair to go along with it. Yeah, I mean, that looks fine. That's our Viking. That's our guy. Yeah. So there we go. And yeah, we're gonna be Norse. Let's give him a nice family sigil, even though he is going to be the only person in his family. Oh, there we go. Let's pay a little homage to the Starks of Winterfell. I mean, technically we're going to be more like the Greyjoys, but whatever, you know, it's fine. And we're going to be Arni iNoob. Arni iNoob. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to keep the culture Norse. We're going to keep the religion Germanic. Education. Now, it starts you off with the weakest education, Amateurist Plotter, and which is like Intrigue +1, Stewardship -1. So if you're playing this game and you want to make a character, generally you're going to want to start off with a better education than this, because if you're not playing like an immortal character and you plan on having like a dynasty, like the game is actually, you know, supposed to be played without, you know, the stuff that we're doing to it, you want to have a high education because, one, it gives you better stats, and two, because the higher your education, the more likely the people that you are educating, your kids and whatnot, will have a higher education as well. It's something that you can potentially carry down. So you always want to start with something high end, and the higher end educations have more points, obviously. Your points are up here. It has to do with your age. The more points you take, the older you're going to be in game, to a maximum of 50 years of age. So we're not going to be big on. We're not going to be like a sneaky person. We're not going to be like a lord. We're not going to be a rich person. Well, we're going to be rich, but I mean, we're not going to be making it the normal way. And we're not going to be a mastermind theologian, no. I think we're going to be a brilliant strategist, because that's what we're going to need if we want to go out and raid things and take things from people and just make their lives hell. Yeah, so we're going to take that, and it gives us +9 to martial, +2 to intrigue, +2 to stewardship, -1 to learning, a little bit extra to health. That's not going to matter much to us because of the immortality, and +1 to personal combat skill. That might come up. Yeah. You'll also note that Brilliant Strategist is also the most expensive education, because it is, when all else fails, having a good person leading an army is something that you need in your life. Up here we have our 5 skills. Diplomacy determines how well people like you. Martial determines how good you are in ways of war, not necessarily how good you are in a stand-up fight, like a personal combat, but how many troops you can raise and all that good stuff. Stewardship has to do with how much land you can personally own and manage yourself, and also how much money you get. Intrigue has to do with plots, stabbing people in the back and not getting stabbed in the back. And then you've got learning, which it has to do with getting technology. We're obviously going for martial because we plan on hurting people. You've got your health, which kind of determines how soon you die, depending on your age. Obviously, there's no hard, fast number, but the higher your health, the longer your character will usually live. And then I believe your kids will also inherit a degree of that health too. Fertility, how likely you are to, have kids with your significant other, or with someone else's significant other, because, yeah, that can happen. You've got sons and daughters, sons if you want to give land to, daughters if you want to make alliances, that kind of stuff. We're not going to deal with any of these 4 things, because they're not really going to have much meaning to us in this game. We're probably not going to get married. We're probably not going to have kids. We're not going to have to worry about health or any of that crap. So we're just going to go straight to traits, and we're going to pick some stuff that I think is going to be best for this character. And I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick Wounded, because That gives us 11 points back, and it also heals up very quickly. Yeah, it's a nice thing to take if you're making a character. Nice, easy 11 points. I think the next thing we're gonna take is gonna be either genius or strong. I'm thinking strong. Mostly because, well, yeah, well, it'll give us a little bit extra opinion to our barbarian vassals starting off with. Though genius actually does give us that as well. Though it's 5 more points. Well, let's see what we've got after this. I'm not gonna bog us down with too many traits. We do get some extra stuff just from being a martial leader that you wouldn't normally get, like these traits right here. I think what we're gonna want is we want organizer, and we're also gonna want to take administrator. And what that'll do is that's a double whammy for movement speed for your troops, which is really handy if you're a raider. You don't like getting caught by people that you're going out and raiding, because then you can't go and raid other people. You have to go back home and get more troops. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do both of those. And that puts us at 32. We're not going to take Sea King and Ravager and Viking, because we're going to earn those as time goes on. Do we want Berserker? I don't think we do. Yeah, no, I think we're good. Is there anything else that we want? Duelist could be good. It's going to be extra 10 points, though. And we might end up getting that anyway in-game. So we'll hold off on that one. We are going to be taking Celibate, just because it's easy, and it gets us an extra 28 points, and we're not going to be having kids anyway. We're just going to say that, because he's immortal, he's no longer able to have kids. Just how that works. Yeah. And actually, just to make that, kind of make sense, we'll say that he gained it through mystic means. And yeah, instead of taking duelist, which would probably work better for him, we're going to take mystic. He's been graced by the gods to be immortal, so that'll make a little bit more sense. I don't think we're going to spend any more EXP. We might go back for Brawny or Shrewd. Might go for Shrewd, but let's see where Genius takes us. Genius plus 5 to everything. Strong, just martial, diplomacy, fertility, health. We don't need any of those. Attraction opinion, we don't need that. Personal combat skill, maybe. Vassal opinion, tribal opinion. I think we're gonna go with Genius. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Genius. See if that. Yeah, that takes us up to 44. That's pretty good. I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for us. We might take Stubborn. It's gonna get rid of the Vassal opinion, but we might. Let's see how much we can rank up our. Okay. So that would be 23. I kind of want it a little higher than that. Yeah, let's go ahead and put some more negatives on this guy. Stubborn's good one, 5 points. Anything else we can put on there that wouldn't hurt us too much? We're gonna put on Slothful could work. That's 10 points. And it'll really ratchet up our, yeah, we can offset that with a little diplomacy and ratchet up the martial. Pop that in there. Yeah, I think, let's see where that takes us. So we're gonna pump up our martial. to 30. You can see here the point values that we bought up. Obviously, I've only bought up martial. These are going to be the actual points, our actual score once we start the game, based on all our traits and stuff. Let's bring that up a little bit. That's to 10. That's fine. And yeah, let's just pump up our martial as high as we can get it to 49. We'll jip ourselves 1 point, just for vanity's sake. Don't want to be old man, even though he is old man Arni. Yeah, I think that just about does it. We're starting off with a 35 in martial, which is just, ugh, that's a lot. But yeah, I think that'll help us once we actually start going out and raiding. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and finish that up. There we are, Arni of Vestisland, and we will immediately be declaring war on Iceland. Well, not immediately. We're gonna build up our troops a little bit first. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit the play button. And as you see, I've turned off. Well, no, I haven't apparently. Yeah, we're gonna turn off devil worshippers. I don't like devil worshippers in a lot of my games just because they're an annoying little hassle, and they force me to kill a bunch of courtiers that I don't want to. Plus, especially when you're playing the Norse, they're the only society that's available, so everybody's a devil worshipper, which just ends up getting annoying. If you guys want me to play a devil worshipper at some point, let me know. Might do that at some point in the future, but not today. I think the only thing that we're going to also do is we're going to turn titles named after dynasties off and cultural title names off, make things a little bit more recognizable on the map, and we'll turn that to minimal because I don't like those pop-ups as much. So yeah, I think we're good. We're going to go ahead and start the game. Okay, welcome to Crusader Kings 2, yada yada. You are a Norse Germanic tribal chief. I'm aware. Okay, so here we are. Here's our guy. He's in his nice little combat helmet. Yeah, okay, so like I said, we're going to have several goals for this. The first short-term goal is we want to build up our troops to invade this so that we can become the Duke. Click the du jour button right there. We can become the Duke of Iceland. Should be Iceland, but I think it changes once. I think it changes later. But yeah, for right now it's island. Just the Duchy of Ireland. It's an island. Actually, in this point in history, there's not actually supposed to be anyone in Iceland. Yeah, so we're getting a little head start in history. Again, you're gonna see historical, you're going to see the historical timeline just kind of thrown out the window because we are going to be affecting things. But yeah, okay, so that's going to be the first thing. We want to build up our troops to attack this guy, who is on our island. It's our island. You hear that, Frody, with your neck beard and your stupid little circlet? Is that a blue little circlet? We're probably going to end up having one of those when we're a Duke. I shouldn't make fun of that. Okay, so let's take a look at our stuff here. We've got a character focus to choose. I feel like starting off, war is gonna be our big thing. That or rulership. Those are going to be the two that we're probably going to end up switching off on. We might switch to carousing once we get some vassals if they start hating us for some reason. We'll be able to go carouse with them and get drunk and, that kind of stuff. Actually, I believe you get prestige when you're out carousing. And we're going to need that because we're not going to be at war for a while after we take that province. So carousing might actually be the smart thing to do. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. And we're just going to have to find a friend to go out carousing with. Yeah, okay. Take that. Ambition. I want to become, well, don't want to become exalted among men, because our prestige is gonna go down real quick once we're not at war. So that one's gonna be hard to get. I think our best bet is to go for Paragon of Virtue. That's gonna be our best bet for an achievable ambition. Okay, now let's take a look at our council. This is not a game, by the way, where you just jump in, hit play, and hope for the best. This is something where you have to. It's a grand strategy game. You have to actually plan it out. And again, this is going to be a slow start. We are going to have to build up a lot to actually be the awesome island of death that I know that Iceland can be. They will tell tales of how scary we are, how terrifying we can be. Most of these people do not like us, but that's fine. They'll like us a bit better once we give them council positions. So we're gonna go ahead and put you there because you're decent at that. You are by far our best warrior, so we'll put you there. Luckily, that short rain penalty will disappear after a while. Steward, yeah, you. Even though you're cruel, at least you're not arbitrary. Spymaster, oh man, even our Spymaster is gonna hate us. That's not good. And a Seer, put you there. Cool deal. Yeah, and we're gonna go ahead and stop plots. Hopefully that short rain penalty drops off sooner rather than later, because yeah, we really don't want to get murdered our first few days on the island. We can actually raise some people's opinions by giving them minor titles. We'll go ahead and do that. We're gonna give Cupbearer to our Spymaster, maybe? Is there anything that's gonna give him more of a bonus? Law Speaker. Law Speaker gives +10. I might need to use that for that. Court Scald. Well, no valid candidates, so we're probably gonna have to do log. Well, let's see here. Yeah, we're actually gonna give that to this guy because we need him to hate him as little as possible. Because if you have your Spymaster. If your Spymaster hates you, you are far more likely to die. That's all I'm gonna say with that. So we're gonna put him there, and that should raise him up to -3. Any other minor titles? We're gonna give Cupbearer to probably this guy. Make him hate us a little bit less. Anybody else? We're gonna make him stop doing that. We're gonna want him to... we're probably just gonna have him build Zeal. We're gonna have you build my legend to give me some extra prestige. We're gonna have you train troops. I don't need you fabricating claims, so we're just gonna have you performing statecraft. You're fine just scheming, that's cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. And so now that we've done that, we've got 570 troops that we can possibly raise. This guy's got about 400 something, so that's good. And hopefully that increases a little more with our marshal there. I don't think there's anything really else that we need to do. Yeah, I don't need to know about that. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and hit play and run the clock down a little bit. See, went up to 629 there, which is good. We need as many troops as we can get to beat this guy, and then siege down his little tribe. Hopefully, as soon as we get to 629, we're going to go ahead and just attack him, is what we're going to do. Just waiting for that to kick off. And, okay, cool. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is, we can't declare war with our armies raised, so what we're going to do is, we're going to immediately just declare war on him. We're going to subjugate him. Well, is this the CB we want to use? Okay, so, to declare war on somebody, you need a Cassius Belli. You need a reason to declare war. Like, I have reasons to declare war on this person. But if I was to, say, try and attack this guy, one, I don't think I can because he's too far away. But if I was to attack, like, this guy, yeah, he's also too far away. Okay, let's try Scotland. Yeah, so I can't declare war on this guy because I don't have a Cassius Belli. I don't have any reason to declare war on him. If I was adjacent to him, like I am this guy, I might get a Cassius Belli. For varying reasons. Like, being in the Norse religion really helps you whenever you're trying to get Cassius Belli, because they're pretty much ready to attack anybody. So, do we want a border dispute? Yeah, we would lose a bunch of prestige for that. We're not willing to do that. Subjugation's probably a good one. Pagans are allowed to subjugate other pagans rulers once in their lifetimes. This is the only time we get to do this. Luckily, I think we're not going to be attacking a lot of pagan guys, so it's not going to be too bad. Yeah, so that's fine. Let's see. Is there anything I need to know other than that? No, I don't think so. Subjugation. Go ahead and send that. We are at war now. You can tell because he's glowing red. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and pop up our guys. And we are obviously leading the charge. Oh, right. We should probably add the one thing that I said we were going to do. We're going to go ahead and add trait immortal. There we go. And since I missed that, how old is he? He's 50 now. We're going to go age -1. There we go. Did we not do that correctly? No, he's 49. I don't know why it hasn't updated. That's fine, whatever. We'll just go ahead and invade. And, of course, we win because we are so awesome. And our guy has a 35 to his marshal. Pretty much just obliterated them. And we'll just wait this out. No reason to siege. Bandits have raided the siege camps outside Iceland tribe, killing many of the besieging soldiers. Oh no! Our, I don't know, 70 guys? Whatever. We don't need much. And there we go. Whether it's deserved or not, your decisions at court have earned your reputation of being incredibly wise. People journey from far away to seek your advice. Excellent. I get +1 monthly prestige. I am going to need that. Yes. And there we go. We have successfully occupied that tribe. We are now at 100% war score because he has no army and no other provinces for us to take. We are going to enforce our demands. There we go. And we've usurped the title of chieftain of Ostisland. We have won the East Icelandic subjugation war. We've won. Yay us. We're in control of everything, which is good. Our total defense size is 2 out of 6, so that's good to know. That might increase later. Go ahead and put that out. 1 tiles can be created. That is correct. 1 title can be created. But we are going to need about 200 gold to do that, so it's going to take a little bit. Yep, it's going to take a little bit. And yeah, okay. Did we not? Oh, that's why. That's why it didn't update. Okay, we're going to remove immortal. Age, -1. There we go. Now look at us. All pretty and 49 looking. that wasn't really important in the grand scheme of things, but what can I say? I'm a very vain person. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and do that. And with our first war won, I think we're going to call it for today. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a comment below. Let us know. It helps us inform if we want to, do this kind of stuff in the future. If you want to see videos like this in the future, we can also do Europa Universalis 4. We can start in other locations, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think we're going to roll with this for a while. Again, this is going to be a very slow start. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Later! Hey there, Internet, it's Patrick. If you like this video, please click on the link to our Patreon so that we can keep expanding our channel. Every dollar that you donate helps us buy more games, equipment, and even some extra stuff for content down the road. And as our thanks for your support, our Patreons will also get even more videos like our monthly podcast. So as always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Catch you in the next video!